Last time on Sailing Zatara.
After making our way from island to island in the Bahamas, we catch a good weather window to begin our non-stop passage to Panama.
I tell you a story about me and you, out on the water, surrounded by the blue. They scream that only I'll be saved. They toss off the line, but I just let it float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. Float away, float away. Yeah, I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away. I'll let it float away.
So we're going to put out our float away asymmetrical spinnaker. We had it out once. Yeah, we haven't used it. Yeah, we haven't used it.
I really don't. Is there enough? Are you sure there's enough wind to use it right now? What? Why do you have it around this winch? I don't. Do you see that?
That means it was an accident.
I got that. I don't. Well, it's definitely there.
It looks like it was.
Yeah, I can get it myself. Thank you.
Goodness, you're so independent. Yeah, codependent.
Well, I'm going to Harvard, so gotta be smart or something. Oh, that's gotta.
Alright, let's raise it. Or I'll raise it, you feed it.
Alright.
We got a winner.
Oh, it already looks so good.
Yeah, it's pretty. Come on, baby.
Yes, I love having no wind.
Come on, baby.
Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. Turn us, Renee, turn us off the wind.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. There we go. Let it blow away. I love it.
Yawato. Yeah. Yawato. Yawato.
A lot of people ask what kind of water maker we have, what do we got going, and today I'm going to change the two water filters out on it, the pre-filters on it. But what we have is we have a Horizon Seafarer versatile model 1400, and it makes, according to the deal, it makes about 58 gallons, 60 gallons an hour, and mine is a 220 50 hertz model. And it works really, really good. It's heavy duty, and it's a nice water maker. I like everything about it. So today we'll go down there and show you guys how that thing works and what we're doing and changing filters, and you get a good picture of the water maker and where it's sitting and how it works down in the port sugar scoop. So here we go. Alright, so what we're doing is we're changing the filters on the pre-filters on the water maker. The HRO water maker, which is a great water maker. So I gotta do that right now. Right, so comes one. They didn't put this in here real good. See how nasty dirty that is? I don't know if y'all can see that. It's got a good smell to it. Really take the hair off of you. So we're just gonna put that right over here.
Okay.
I think that thing needed to be cleaned.
I think so.
Okay. Let's look at this. Okay. Key is to get that thing in there. Of course, they give you all the room in the world to really work on these bad boys. You want to get that filter in there where it's on the top piece. But you hope it is, because you can't really. Okay, so there's that one. Now we'll do the 5. I think this one's 5 micron. You get these filters anywhere in the world, they're just standard water filters. Just to give you a little insight on a water maker, I'm not going to go into too many. There's lots of vlogs out there about water makers and how they work, but just the simple principle is you have a high pressure water pump that forces salt water through a membrane, which is basically a filter, and it's a very fine membrane, and it catches all the salt particles, and they go out and through one part of that pipe, and the pure water goes through the filter and comes out into your tanks. It's a very simple process. One of the things this has a feed pump on it that pre-charges all the system, and then it's got the other pump. But that's all there is to it. So when we make water, we send the boys down here, and they press the start button, and then you adjust the pressure. This particular water maker works at 850 psi, and I don't know if that's a standard psi for all water makers of what it takes to push salt water through a membrane, but I think that's probably a pretty standard deal, and I've got it marked with a Sharpie on the gauge, and all my boys do is turn the gauge up, turn the pressure up to 850, and it goes to making water, and it has automatic valve, so it's dumping all the nasty water until it has a tester to tell what the salinity is of the water, and then it starts dumping the brine over, or it's dumping all the water overboard until the water gets good enough to drink. And it has a meter on here that shows you that the water's safe to drink, and then it starts dumping into your tanks. And that's all there is to a water maker. Very simple. You want to keep it in good shape. Make sure you've got, if you're just going to have a spare on the boat, I think you need spare charge pump parts, which I don't have. I forgot to get in Florida. But I will be getting more of those parts because that is an important part of the system. That charge pump's what feeds the system, and you got to have that. And having some spare parts for that would be a must on the boat. I'm just kind of stupid and need to get them. In our old boat, we had to monitor it because we didn't have this charge pump. So when we was rocking in the waves, it would lose suction and lose prime, and then this would kick off because it would be overpressured or underpressured, and it had an automatic sensor to tell you you didn't have enough feed pressure. So that was a big problem on our old boat. This boat, you don't have to monitor it because it has the feed pump, and it just runs like a top. I mean, once again, over-engineering, going overboard, and having something for a big family out there, and having redundancy. I don't have redundancy on a water maker, but I need some spares. But this thing doesn't have to work near as hard as my old water maker because I only have to run it an hour or two a day, an hour or two every 2 days, every maybe 3 days, depending on how things are going. And it doesn't have to work near as hard or near as many hours, and I don't have to run the generators near as long either to power that. So that's the good thing about the old water maker. So I use half and half bleach water to get the bacteria and everything killed out of these, and then I let them sit in the sun and bake with that bleach in there, and then they're nice and white and clean, or a lot of them's clean, but they're reusable.
What are you doing?
We were changing out the safety lines, the Dyneema lines.
Yeah?
Makes the boat look better, and it takes a lot of weight off the boat. There you go. And run the end through it.
Is this?
Yep. And hand it back to me.
Called again?
I don't know what it's called exactly. I call it just making an eye splice in Dyneema.
Yeah. EY splice?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody's got a professional name for it. I unfortunately do not have that name.
You say I, you mean EYE splice?
Yes, because I made an I,
Yeah.
and I made a locking I don't know what it's called. Something. Brummel splice, maybe. Brummel lock. Maybe that's what it's called.
You guys still doing lifelines?
Oh, look! Oh, video!
We're doing this to the backwards to the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna put blue ones on.
Fast as you can.
Look good, but I gotta get
Go
the
like
little
this, I'll show you.
the hook things
Yeah, you do.
that have loops so I can tie to those because those have to tighten up.
We are 518 miles away from Shelter Bay Marina, Cologne, Panama. We've been flying the ASIM since about 9 o'clock last night. New ASIM. Been good. Seas are kind of rolly, so it's been kind of popping every once in a while. But the wind, now that the wind's picking up, we got 15 knots of wind, 2 wind speed, and it's making 6.5, 7 knots.
It's the same material as the other one.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know how they do that. Look at those are full cuts to that.
What?
Those are full cuts to those panels.
Not sure if you can tell, but there are a series of holes that mysteriously appeared on our ASIM after deploying it. And as the minutes go by, the holes start to grow.
We didn't do anything. I think that they ripped because it tore that sock. The shoe must have grabbed something on it. Now, that's what's just happened there. Okay, let's get that put together. Hold on. We got to get it. All hands on deck. Jack, I need Jack up.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to lose my camera. Hold on. The sail ripped. Very stressful. Second day we had it. Oh, golly. Golly. Obviously, the sailbag sail was not in the juice.
Tell Ann at the end, if for some reason the sail goes overboard and cut the engines, we don't want lines in the engine. Somebody tell her that.
Anna, if
It's overboard. Do not say it. And it looks like that line is dragging right there.
Okay, Finn, get that line.
I don't think it is. It's not under the boat.
All right.
I just don't want somebody to go overboard and then we lose the sail trying to get somebody and we're screwed.
I don't care about the sail if somebody goes overboard. I'll cut the thing loose. on the sail.
Hold this, Mom.
Okay. Hold it down. It's gonna go flying. Right here.
Just pull it down and shove it in the fin's hatch.
There's water in there?
There's like a bit of water in the bottom of there.
So there's a drain hole that's not draining.
Right.
Is there a drain hole anywhere around there? How's water getting in here?
Wet sails.
No. 1,000 problems. That's all right. It's lasted this long. It'll last a little longer. Let's stuff the sail.
Is there like a warranty on this thing? For 12 hours of use.
I know, right?
Literally, it's been like 12 hours.
There's Pat Bolin from that.
You got it?
Clutch. Pat Bolin up here on this.
Jet?
I'm going. 1-5.
That's what I was about to say.
What? All blue?
Look at some more.
Old blue?
All blue.
Shut those engines off.
Let's pull it back to neutral for now.
Got it.
That's it. I think that's no.
17, 15, 16, 17 knots of wind. And we're going 6 knots. It felt like that other sail was flimsier.
It's not. It's
It
we
feels-
was comparing them just now, and they're about the same.
They're about the same. I think this one just feels softer because it's been used way more. Things
Oh.
wear and they get softer.
Sure seemed flimsy, but that, yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised we didn't lose somebody overboard.
The kids were all
They're all
dancing
tangled
around,
up. Well,
partying.
we're trying to help except Kate. And then y'all got stuck in the sail, and I would figure,
Yeah, what were you yelling?
Are you in radio range? You
Yelling, get out of the snow, get out.
yeah, that's it. Get the kids out of the sail, because if the wind caught the sail,
Yeah, I know.
and
I
popped
just.
y'all would go way there. Then we'd
It
be dealing
was
with
so hard to turn it back, and
then we would be dealing with kids overboard and a sail.
that would have cut that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Yeah. So anyway, we had the sail up and everything's good. The sail's in good shape. You know, it's 15, 16 knots of true wind speed, and the bottom, the foot line was luffing, and so I socked the sail and I tightened up the bottom line, and then we raised the sail again and unsocked it. And when we did, I guess something on the toilet bowl or something cut the sail or put some rips in the sail up at the top, towards the top. And as it was sailing, as we were sailing along there, looking at those cuts, it just exploded.
That's a minor disaster.
I was filming it as it happened because we saw those holes from the toilet bowl,
We were standing there watching.
and I was filming the holes for warranty issues, and then it popped.
So did you go to your old ASIM?
Yeah, that's what I'm running right now. What are you guys running?
We're running our ASIM, but it's getting up to where we might put it down. So how fast you been going?
Oh, I was going 8 or 9 knots.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably averaging right about 8.
That other sail had us going faster. Why is that?
We're going 7 knots. We got 19 knots of wind. And only 451 miles left to go.
Pretty quick passage.
Oh, the wind kicked guys. I have to say I'm really getting kind of tired of passages. Passage making really gets old. Sailing really gets old. I'm not looking forward to the Pacific Ocean crossing. I don't know, just one of those times where you kind of burn out on sailing, burn out on passage making, night shifts, the whole thing. I want to set a good example for the kids, so I try not to complain. We have the main up now and the Genoa up, and we're making 6 knots. I got 16 knots of wind now. We've had the motor off all day. Tired of passage making, tired of crossing oceans. Just want to get to where we're going. Oh my goodness. Okay, enough of my whining.
We're so close.
Oh, that's cool. We are close. Wow, we are close.
Yeah, we are.
So we got 99 miles left to Panama.
Woo! 99.
99 miles left, and we'd be in Shelter Bed Marina.
How has the passage treated you?
You starve to death outside sometimes.
Nobody can hear
So you've got to shoot some roos and you got to chop off them legs.
What?
You got to roast them and you
I
got to
haven't seen
feed
any
yourself.
kangaroos out here.
And when you're thirsty,
What kind of fever dream are
you
living
got to
in?
get the water and suck it till the salt leaves.
What?
Suck it with your mouth.
It's 4K.
It's
I made
4K.
it. I know, but she's throwing me onto the ground.
Throwing him onto the ground.
Quit. Father, if you had
He's
just
we-
left
he's
it alone
wrestling
in
a
the
roo.
first place. It's
He's wrestling. She threw him onto the ground.
What you gonna do when we get to Panama?
I'm gonna go out into the woods.
I thought it was bad.
I'm going to walk about. I'm gonna become a man.
Come on, man.
I gotta go on the walkabout.
There's monkeys in the woods.
There are monkeys in the woods, but that's just part of the walkabout.
Panama! Shelter Bay! Cool place!
That is an out of touch
How long do you
dad.
think we'll stay there? How long you want to stay there?
Until I'm done with the walkabout.
You're such a goofball.
It's a very.
How long are we? Dad says we'll be there
3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. We're gonna slow down. No.
He doesn't know the words.
No. We'll be out of there in like 6 days.
Yeah. What do you think, Jack?
I'm gonna have to do my walkabout in 6 days then.
Talk about the passage.
What
This is-
passage?
This one. We've been on the water for 2 weeks or something.
What? No.
Since we left Florida. Yeah, we have.
What?
We didn't go from Florida.
Well, I mean, we've stopped at islands and stuff.
We've been on this since like. Where did we come from? Where did we go? Where did we come from?
Okay, so how does it feel to
It's
have been on
another
a week-long passage?
feels the same as being on a 2-day passage and on a 25-day passage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No difference at all.
I'm just ready to take my walkabout in Panama.
You say walkabout one more time.
Mate, you're gonna go catch some chicken balls with me?
Chicken balls.
Chicken balls, I'll get
Not
chicken
chicken
balls.
balls.
Chicken balls?
Chicken balls.
I'll get both of them. But the beat goes on, dum-dum-dum. You lose yourself in the music. The moment, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, you not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you better never let it go. You only get one shot, you not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Sailing, it's wonderful. We just hate it when we get on passage. 3 or 4 days, and after about 5 days it gets better. 4 days it gets better. And the first 4 days are bad, and the last 4 days are bad on passages.
And if you're on an 8-day passage, you're just
So you're just screwed. It's going to be 8 days of hell.
Anna.
Are you guys on deck without life jackets and life preservers? Almost?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yo, see, fails.
Wait a second. We got something going.
Yeah, big move.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
Everyone do the wave. Wait, let's do the wave.
I let it float away. That sail of ours almost floated away.
It almost did. Ah!
But Daryl and Ron at Precision are making it right, so all we can do is thank goodness they're good people. Sales go bad, things go wrong, and that's what happens. You let it float away.
What are you doing?
Hey, you guys don't go in the hole.
I'm gonna go in a hole.
If that hits you and slaps you, I'm gonna laugh.
I'm gonna